What's up guys, it's Dekkster here and we got some new cards to reveal for Descent of Dragons. So we got Diving Gryphon, a 3-mana 4/1 beast hunter card. This is got Rush and Battlecry. Draw a Rush minion from your deck. So this not only draws a Rush minion, but it is a Rush minion itself. So it's going to do 4 damage to something, remove some damage off of the board, in addition to, you know, developing a minion, which is really good for the general hunter game plan. You want to develop minions because it progresses your quest, right? So you summon this and you get 1 point towards your side quest or your actual hunter quest. And then not only that, but you draw another minion in your hand that will progress your quest even further. I think this is comparable to Shadow Bolt, which still does see some play in Warlock decks, which is 3 mana and you do 4 damage to a minion. Now, while that can go over taunt, this would be forced to hit a taunt, but still you're drawing a minion and getting some quest progression from this thing. So I think this is just a really, really good card. Well, it's pretty good. I think it's 4 out of 5 stars. So we got a 2-mana 2/3 here, Transmogrifier, and this card it's pretty cool. It's pretty unique. Whenever you draw a card, you transform it into a random legendary minion. I don't think you actually want to play this in most decks unless there's some really memey, fun combo thing where you play this, you get a bunch of random legendaries, and you just hope they get you on Trolled In or something. But in general, you probably don't want this. You probably want to draw cards that are actual cards that you want, you know? Cards you put in your deck for a reason, not random legendaries. Maybe if you're going for some sort of Hail Mary, this would be a fun card to play. But I think generally people are just not going to use this at all. I do wonder if someone ends up putting a card you don't want in your deck, such as a Bomb or Hakar's Blood, maybe at that point, this would be decent. Or maybe using this with Embalming somehow, maybe some sort of plot twist. Warlock would be fun. I mean, they already have Reform, which kind of leads into that randomness game plan, so that could be cool. But I still kind of lean on the side that this is just not a card you actually want to play. As far as going to the Bloods and Bombs thing, I think you'd rather maybe just play Archivist in your deck. That's a lot more consistent, and you don't have to hope that the next card you draw is going to be the card you don't want. I think this card's really, really cool, but I also think it's just something you're not going to play. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. It does have a nice stat line, though. And I feel like you don't want to get this off of your lackey. Yeah, 2 out of 5. All right, we got Antgar here, a 3-mana 2/3 weapon for warrior. This legendary weapon, really, really cool. After your hero attacks, you draw a pirate from your deck. So if you see this as a 3-mana, deal 6 damage, draw 3 cards, that's pretty solid. But I feel like there aren't enough good pirates at the moment to really warrant running this. You can get Dread Corsair, and he's going to be at a discount. You can use it to pull Kobold Stickyfinger, which is a new card we're going to go over in a little bit. You can use it to pull Greenskin, which will give you a little bit more durability. Maybe Deck Hands. But I feel like it's just, there's not enough pirates yet. Maybe they're going to introduce more pirates with this set, which will make this a little bit better. But I think right now, like if this was a rogue card, I think it'd be busted. But as a warrior card, it's just okay, I think. But again, in future expansions, when they release more pirates and more pirates, I think this thing is going to become like a 5-star card. But for right now, as it is, without seeing more pirates, I think this is like a 3-star card. But you know, if you do end up drawing 3 things off of this, very, very good. But I also feel like by the time you get your 3rd swing off, maybe you've already drawn your other pirates. Plus this is only a 1-of in your deck, so it's not too consistent unless you have a way to tutor out weapons or pull this consistently. So kind of sticking by that 3-star for now, unless someone changes my mind. Here we got Breath of the Infinite, a new priest spell here, 3 mana, and it deals 2 damage to all minions. If you're holding a dragon, only enemy minions will be damaged. So very similar to Volcanic Potion, which saw a lot of play in Mage, I believe, and also kind of similar to Consecration, right? Which is at 4 mana, which also does see play. And Priest does kind of struggle with the early game AoE, They got Mass Hysteria at 5 mana, and then after that, they're generally pretty set. They do have a lot of board clears, especially right now with Light Bomb, which will go away. But yeah, 3 mana, deal 2 damage to enemies is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's probably going to see play, and if you're holding a dragon, it doesn't damage your minions, which is pretty nice. But honestly, I think you'll play this in non-dragon decks as well. Just as a priest player, you kind of want some AoE. You kind of just want that early game AoE. So I think you're gonna play this. Now maybe you have the argument that this is similar to Holy Nova, which is 2 more mana, which is a big deal. And it, you know, Holy Nova, it heals you. It heals you for 2, heals your board for 2. Is that really worth running over Breath of the Infinite? I don't think so. I think you definitely want to run Breath. I don't think you really care for the heal effect of Holy Nova. I think people have been running Holy Nova just because it was kind of like the cheapest way to do a little bit of a board clear for Priest, aside from Mass Hysteria. But Holy Nova generally just not a good card. So Breath of Infinite probably going to be ran in many Priest lists. I think it's very, very good. And this thing is, of course, going to be ran in Dragon Priest. But again, even without holding a dragon, you're going to be happy to have this, I think, in most situations. All right, so we got Kobold Stickyfinger, a 5 mana 4/4 neutral pirate here. With the Battlecry, steal your opponent's weapon. This is a really cool effect. I think a lot of people have wanted this for a while. It steals your opponent's weapon and puts it in your own hands, right? So they play an Arcanite Reaper. They spend 5 mana, getting a 5/2. Next turn, it's probably going to be a 5/1 because they've used a durability. You play this guy and you steal it. Now you have a 5/1 Arcanite Reaper, and you can swing at whatever with it. This thing is obviously much better if your opponent played like an Antgar, and it kind of works with your deck as well. Or maybe they played a Spectral Cutlass or something, and it's got a huge durability, and you just steal it. So this would be great for that. But honestly, I don't really know if the higher mana cost warrants running this over something like an Ooze. While if you steal your opponent's weapon and it's a huge weapon, the payoff of the Stickyfinger will totally be worth it. Do you really, do you bank on that? I feel like it's going to be a bit inconsistent. Running something like an Acidic Swamp Ooze with, you know, a 3/2, 2 mana 3/2, that might just be better. Destroying it, kind of similar to stealing it, especially if it's a weapon that doesn't greatly benefit you. Let's go back to Ancharrr. You're playing against a warrior. They play Ancharrr. You're on 4 mana. You can wait a turn. They get a couple swings out. Then you play your Stickyfinger and you steal the Ancharrr. And the Ancharrr is going to pull pirates from your deck. You don't have pirates in your deck. Would you have rather just played Ooze for, you know, a discounted mana cost and just destroyed it so they don't get too much value? I personally would. But if there becomes, you know, a big durability weapon sort of meta, then I can see Stickyfinger being good. Or if you're playing against a lot of warriors, maybe there's a lot of warriors running super colliders. Maybe you want to steal their stupid colliders or something like that. But again, maybe Ooze is just better. This does have the pirate tag. So maybe if pirate decks do become a thing, again, maybe Ancharrr is kind of hinting that pirate decks are going to become a thing. Maybe being able to consistently pull this out as opposed to Ooze not having a tribal tag, maybe that kind of gives this a little bit of a upper hand in that situation. So I think this card is really cool, but it is 5 mana and maybe an Ooze is just better. So I'm going to say 3-star card for Kobold Stickyfinger. We got Dread Raven, really, really cool art here. This is actually like one of my favorite mounts from World of Warcraft. A 3 mana 3/4 beast that has +3 attack for each other Dread Raven you control. Now you can have 2 of these in your deck. And if this has +3 attack, it's a 3 mana 6/4. But how often is that going to happen? Maybe not that often. I don't think this is really that great. It does have a nice stat line for a 3 mana card, but that effect with the current power level of cards, I think it just might not be worth it. Maybe there's going to be some sort of hunter combo where you stick a Tundra Rhino and then you duplicate a few of your Dread Ravens, but I don't think you actually want to run this in most of your decks. You would be happy to randomly get this, if you do have some random beast generation, or you get a random 3-drop just because of the nice stats. But yeah, I don't know how often that effect is actually going to happen. So all I see it for is some sort of gimmicky hunter decks, maybe Dire Frenzy, shuffling more of these in your deck, and then sticking a Tundra Rhino or something so these can charge at your opponent's face. But how often is that going to happen? I don't think it's competitively viable. So I think this is maybe a 2-star card. It's got nice stats for the 3 mana, but it's not going to see any action, you know? All right, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else scheduled for reveal today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. If you guys are celebrating Thanksgiving, you know, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a wonderful day. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. Good luck on ladder or the battlegrounds or whatever you're doing, and stay hydrated.